Alright, so these two episodes are some of my favorites purely because of how much I love the antagonist stand. We start off with Kakyung waking up in his PJs on top of a Ferris wheel. He wakes up extremely confused, as any other person would. Luckily, he's not by himself, and he's accompanied by a cute little doggy. A balloon floats towards him, and what's attached to it? A card that shows Death 13. Dun dun dun. All of a sudden, it slimes out the doggy for quite literally no reason, which I will not be showing by the way. Kakyuing then wakes up from the dream and just assumes it was a nightmare. He doesn't remember exactly what happened, but does know that it was not pleasant at all. After getting dressed, he walks outside with Polnareff to meet up with the gang, and we see that a little boy's dog was murdered. One that looks exactly the same as the one in the dream. Noticing. Joseph is trying to buy a plane, and he's only able to get it if he agrees to deliver a baby with a fever to a doctor in some other town. Ugly ass baby, might I mention, but oh well. Jotaro says that he's worried about Joseph's flying, and I would be too. This guy has crashed a plane not only once, not twice, but 3 times. Polnareff and Kakuin both begin getting sleepy on the plane ride, and eventually succumb to the drowsiness and fall asleep, waking up on that same Ferris wheel we saw at the beginning of the episode. Polnareff is taking the situation extremely lightly despite all of Kakyung's warnings about the potential danger. Eventually, we hear a voice say, "Lally-hoo," out of the dead dog's corpse, and the megaphone comes flying out. And then we get the stand reveal, and oh my goodness. This is definitely one of the best designed stands in this part, if not the entire series. Whoo, just look at it, man. Paired up with that giant scythe, I could glaze all day. It immediately attacks Polnareff, and Kakuin tries to bring Hierophant Green out, to no avail. Thankfully, Polnareff is woken up by Joseph in order to change the baby's diaper out, leaving Kakuin to fend for himself. He starts kicking and squirming around inside the plane, hitting Joseph's face and causing him to lose control of the plane. Then it's revealed that Death 13's user is actually the baby. See? I knew Kakuin and I went crazy. Yes, we both knew something was up with that baby. Surprisingly enough, Joseph is actually able to use Hermit Purple to regain control of the plane. I mean, after crashing 3 of them, I'd assume he would learn a thing or two. Looks like everything is just okay.
Oi.
Alright, make it 4. I don't really blame this one too much on him though, since it was partially Kakuin's fault. After that crash landing, the gang set up a small camp while Kakuin is questioning reality. Earlier in his dream, we saw him cutting into his arm, but it is now shown that he carved the words "baby stand" into it. After seeing the words engraved in his arm and the suspicious behavior of the baby, he immediately claims out loud that the baby is a stand user. Something that rubs me the wrong way is how far-fetched the gang believes Kagyun's claim is. We've literally seen an orangutan be a stand user, as well as a fly, a car, and the literal sun be stands. I'm pretty sure quite literally nothing can be considered out of the ordinary here, especially with how high alert they're supposed to be considering they're trying to find and defeat a vampire. The group is completely convinced that Kakyung has lost his mind, and seeing as he is out of options, he leaps forward trying to take out the baby. Get his ass, Kakyung. Hit him with an emerald splash. Oh my god, bruh. Polnareff is one of my goats and all, but come on, man. And you might be saying, "Oh, but Gilly, he's just a baby."
Fuck that town!
Man, I don't care how old he is, that baby is pure evil in the form of flesh. Just look at his stupid little smug face. The whole gang decides to go to sleep for the night, and yeah, it's over for all of them. Surprise, surprise, they all wake up in the same amusement park we've been seeing. Polnareff immediately recognizes the place and understands that the baby is in fact the enemy stand user. Oh, so now you want to come to your senses, huh? Meanwhile, they're trapped in a nightmare. The baby is up licking food off a spoon, thinking he already won. And honestly, so do I. They can't summon stands. They have no control over reality. They're cooked. Polnareff's hair stretches out and tangles around 2 poles. Jotaro's chains begin to choke him, and Joseph's artificial hand turns massive, weighing him down and trapping him. After Death 13 reveals itself, Jotaro is actually able to summon Start Platinum. And for a sec, I thought we were about to see another world-class performance. But it turns out it was just a fake copy created by Death 13, hitting Jotaro with his own Ora Ora barrage. It looks like it's over for everyone until Hierophant Green shows up. Death 13 assumes it's just a copy until Hierophant Green wraps its hands around its neck. It turns out Kakyung hid his stand underground right before falling asleep after being hit by Polnareff, so he was able to bring it into the dream with him. And then Kakyung gives us this iconic line.
I really don't care that you're a baby. I'll snap your neck like a twig.
Death 13 summons a giant cloud hand and heads its scythe to the cloud, cutting both it and Hierophant Green's body in half. However, since Death 13's body is hollow, it is unaffected by the slice. For a second, we're led to believe that Kakyoin got the Zeppeli treatment and got cut in half, but if y'all didn't know, Hierophant Green's body isn't really a physical body, it's more so comprised of a bunch of tentacles that can uncoil and stretch out. Kakyoin survives and then gives Death 13 the craziest wet willy, infiltrating its head through its ears, forcing them to wake up and defeating that baby. The gang wakes up, and although the majority don't recall what happened, Kakyoin does. He threatens the baby and tricks Joseph into feeding him his own poop. A slap on the wrist for his actions, but at the end of the day, I guess it is just a baby. I do wonder what that baby is up to now, though. Anyways, that was it for this video. I would greatly appreciate it if y'all liked and subscribed. If you want to see anything specific, please let me know. Alright, see y'all.